In this lesson, we're going to be looking at how we can construct rectangles. A rectangle, as we may have discussed in the first part, is a quadrilateral that has got pairs of sides that have got the same length. In our question, we're constructing a rectangle HIJK with the side HI 100 millimeters long and side HJ 50 millimeters. The question is very clear and it's not a very difficult process. You'd like to try out by pausing the video and then drawing and then playing it and seeing how we undertake the steps of drawing the rectangle. The first thing we'll do is draw a construction line where our base is going to be. Then we'll get our rule. They told us HI is 100 millimeters long, so we'll measure 100 millimeter like that. 100 millimeter is 10 centimeters. Then we'll mark H and then I. Next, we're going to construct a 90-degree angle at I or even at H, but this time I'm using I. Why we're constructing a 90-degree angle is because we know all the angles in a rectangle are 90 degrees. This time I'm going to be bisecting 180. So I stand like that, open to this point, mark an arc like that, stand at this point, mark an arc like that. This point that I have here is the point that is going to help me mark the 90 degrees. We've been told HJ is 50 millimeters. So I'm going to measure 50 millimeters and mark it like that. Notice here, I've not constructed at H, so you might think, well, they said HJ is 50 millimeters. How come I'm marking IK? Well, remember we said that two pairs of lines in a rectangle have got the same length. So HI is the same length as JK. Therefore, HJ will be the same length as IK. So I've constructed point K like that, even though I've been given HJ. To make point J now, I'm going to get the distance that I was given HI, which is 100 millimeters. And then I'll stand at point K, mark an arc like that. Then I'll get the HJ that have been given, which is 50 millimeters. And then stand at H and mark. That's how I get my J. Notice I didn't use the conventional way in which we draw the rectangles, but why I did this is so that you really get the concept of what a rectangle is. Next, we're going to outline our lines. HI, JK, IK, HJ. And there we have our rectangle. Now let's look at how we can construct a rectangle given a different set of information. It's not always that when you are drawing a rectangle you'll be given the side lengths. Sometimes you might be given the diagonal and one of the sides. As you can see on screen, that's the question we're trying to attempt, where we've been asked to draw a rectangle which has got a diagonal length of 80 millimeters and one of the sides is 30 millimeters long. The process of drawing this is very similar to the second method of drawing a square where we've been given the diagonal length. We'll have a construction line. On this construction line, we're going to mark that length of the diagonal, which is 80 millimeters. We measure 80 millimeters and then mark it on this line. Since this is a diagonal, we're expecting that the points that we have drawn are point J and L. Next, we're going to bisect JL. To bisect JL, we can stand at J, open to a distance more than half, strike an arc, another one, stand at L, strike an arc, and another one. And you notice we've got two intersections. Those intersections are going to help us bisect JL. We're going to draw a line through them. And then we can name this new point that we have as X. At point X, we're going to stand there with our compass and then open to J. When you open to J, it's as good as opening to L. And then after that, we're going to draw a circle. Next, we're going to mark the distance of the side that we've been given, which is 30 millimeters long. We stand at J, we mark like that. We stand at L, we mark like that. Now we just need to complete our labels. We've got J, we've got K, L, and then we will need M. Lastly, we're going to need to outline our sides, JK, ML, and there we have our rectangle. We've been able to construct it by using the diagonal and the side which we were given.